What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, that guy named Jay, man, checking in. We rolling through South Dakota. And we are just, you know, got some things on our mind, got some things on our chest that we want to get off and, you know, put it out there. So I was talking to my son earlier, and not gonna lie, man, after the conversation I had with my son, you know, not that it was too, you know, that deep of a conversation. I mean, how deep can you be with a 3-year-old? But in its own way, it kind of touched me, man. It was just like that whole feeling of homesick and wanting to be home and missing him and missing my family, missing the wife and things to that nature. You know, everything just kind of just hit me all at once after, and I guess, you know, it can do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Talking to your loved ones back home, really, depending on whether they support you or whether they don't support you and what you're doing out here as far as over-the-road truck driving, it plays a huge role as to how you are feeling as you go through your daily routine as an over-the-road truck driver. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, man, 2.5 weeks gone, having passed by, even though it does feel like it kind of flew by, but it's starting to set in. Like, you know, we really out here. You know, we still got another 8 weeks before we gonna go home. And you know, I've had some thoughts on whether or not I'm going to say forget it and just go home in like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying, or 5 weeks or whatever. I mean, I'll skip 2 or 3 weeks. And I don't know, like, I think I'm probably gonna stick it out for the 8 weeks, just because, one, I want to kind of stack some bread, you know what I'm saying, and two, I also want to just, you know, be home for Christmas, be home for New Year's, and be home for my son's birthday. Those are really important to me this year. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've missed the first. I don't think I've ever spent a Christmas with my son. I'm sitting here thinking now, when he was first born, yeah, his first Christmas. But I mean, he was almost 1, so that really didn't, you know, I mean, he won't remember that. Hell, he probably won't remember his first 4 or 5 Christmases, but, you know, the fact remains, as of right now, he's never experienced to his memory a Christmas with his father, or a birthday for that matter, besides his first birthday. So when he turned 2 and when he turned 3, I was not present. And so maybe that's what's really driving me to want to be home for that whole 18 days, might as well say 3 weeks, and experience all of that with him, because I have missed that. But, you know, I think that's the big reason why I'm going to stay out, as long as I'm going to stay out. But to get to the point I'm trying to make, when you out here on the road, man, you're gonna feel homesick. It's just gonna happen. There's no avoiding it. I know it's a lot of tough guys out here who try to sell this image. Oh man, I'm good. I don't miss home at all. Whatever, you know, blah blah blah. Let me explain something to you. Let me be 100% real with you, okay? Every truck driver who isn't home every night, or every truck driver who isn't home every week, misses home. Period. Let me rephrase. Every truck driver who has a wife and kids, or a significant other and kids, misses home. Period. Y'all know how guilty say facts. My shit is period. I don't care what nobody say in the comment section. I don't care what nobody say on their YouTube videos. I don't care what nobody say on Facebook. I don't care what nobody say on Instagram, Snapchat, and whatever, Patreon, whatever other social media platform that people use to express their trucking career on. Everybody who has a family at home misses home, wants to be home. I don't care what nobody says. But it's just some of us understand that our particular goals, our specific goals that we feel like we are trying to chase, the things that we are specifically trying to do, OTR is the best fit for that at this time. Which is why I always say Ain't nobody, Roadrunner just blew my dough all off. Which is why, you know, I always say, you know, ain't nobody trying to be out here 15, 20 years. Well, maybe some people is, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But this whole notion, that's why I get so upset, even though I shouldn't. You know, I'm working on it, you know, so I'm working on me and finding my emotional peace. But I get so upset when I see people who I feel like are talking shit about people who exercise a emotion of missing home, and they treat that shit like you're not supposed to feel that way. I don't understand, how are these cats out here programmed, fam? Like, I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big family dude. I love family. Period. Growing up, I always wanted a big family. 4, 5 kids, you know what I'm saying? Big old house, like the one I put them in. You know what I'm saying? Even though people be trying to take credit from that, but it is what it is. Oh, well, your mother-in-law lives with you. So fucking what? My house still bigger than yours, and we still got more space than you got in your 2-bedroom apartment. So what the fuck does it matter? But anyways, we ain't gonna get into all that on this video. But like, everybody misses home, man. Do I want to go home right now? Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's where the sacrifice comes in. That's where the discipline has to come in. That's where the knowing that, you know what, in 5 years, I'm going to be able to be home. Even if I never own a truck, if I never become an owner-operator, if I never become a lease operator or glorified company driver, whatever you want to call it, if I never find my way in trucking, but I stack up enough money to invest outside of trucking to be able to start a business elsewhere and be home more, it's worth it. To me. It is. I just feel like it's worth it to me. I just feel like the time that I'm missing now, I'll never get it back. I understand that. I'm not even going to debate that with you. But the time that I'm going to create by doing this, you can't debate me on. Unless I fuck it up and in 5 years, I'm still out here doing the same old shit. Then at that point, hey man, have at it. Even though I don't care, but have at it. And that's just how I gotta, that's the only way, that's the only thing that keeps me out here. That gets me through the tough nights. That keeps me from driving this truck to the nearest Greyhound station or airport, parking this son of a bitch and calling my owner and saying, hey look man, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm gone. That's what keeps me level-headed. So if you an OTR trucker, even if you only trying to be out here for 1 year to go local, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? We are so quick to rush back home and be local and be home every night because of that emotion. I feel like a lot of us, if we could get past that emotion and stop letting that emotion ruin our, I ain't gonna say ruin, but dictate how we move, some of us could be doing a lot better than what we're doing. Not saying that there's anything wrong with what anybody's doing. I'm just speaking from experience and my emotions and the emotions that I deal with, that everybody else try to act like that they don't deal with, but I know for a fact that they deal with. But it's all good. We got to keep up this macho. Oh, I don't never gotta go home. Oh, I don't want to take no vacations. Oh, I don't want to ever see my family. Blah 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 blah. It's all bullshit, and I'm calling it. I don't care. I'm calling it. Because somebody got to call it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, if you out here and you going through this stuff like I'm going through, these emotions like I'm going through, and being homesick, stay strong, man. Think about the bigger picture. Think about what you're trying to accomplish. And think about the feeling of accomplishing it once you get there. And looking on it from the other side. Because right now, all we can look at it is from climbing the hill aspect. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to get to the point where I can be at the top of the hill looking at this gorgeous view. This gorgeous life I done created for my family. I'm trying to get there, man. And right now, I'm on the climb, baby. I'm on a 7%, 8% grade climbing up with a 45,000 pound load, man. And I'm just chucking 5 miles an hour, trying to get it up that bitch. That's what you watching, my climb. And for those who will try to disrespect, humiliate, or just send bad vibes to those who like to express these emotions of missing home, and y'all gotta cut it out, man. Like, for real. I was gonna say something disrespectful, but I'm not even gonna, like, it's everybody misses home, period. And at the end of the day, if we could make the money that we was making and have as much free time as we wanted when we home, everybody would be local. I don't care what nobody say. If you can make $150,000 and have the amount of free time that you want, I ain't talking about that little couple of hours that you see the kids with every day when you working your 14-hour shift. I'm talking about if I could go home right now and work maybe 5-6 hours and then have the rest of the day to myself and make $150,000, I would be home right now. And some people may say that's impossible. There's people out here doing it. I know them personally. They're not in trucking, they're in other business ventures, but I know people doing it. So don't tell me it ain't possible. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to that point where I'm working part-time hours, making full-time money and chilling. That's what I'm trying to get to. Maybe it's naive, maybe it's whatever, but I'm gonna keep striving. I'd rather chase something great and not get there. When I ain't gonna say I'll not get there, but I'm trying to make a point. I'd rather chase something great than settle for a mediocre life, man, in my opinion. And for me, you know what I mean, like I said before, settling and going home now and doing those 12, 14-hour shifts, that's just mediocre for me, in my opinion. Not anybody else's, me. So, because of the people who I see back home, who are living these lifestyles where they have put in the sacrifice and put in the work to get to the point where they're making that full-time money on part-time hours. You know what I mean? So, my OTR drivers, new drivers coming out here, I don't give out no advice, but from my experience, I will tell you, man, don't let that emotion, that homesick emotion, ruin your plans. I almost let it do it to me. I spoke on it before in another video, and this is just me reiterating that because it's for real, man. These are the emotions that you will go through as an over-the-road truck driver. Period. But as always, man, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking, gone.